So, a wonderful good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see so many of you around. First of all, welcome to the Hannover Messe and welcome to our OMRON booth. Now, since I'm seeing quite a few from the online staff, I would also like to welcome everyone from OMRON. It's good to see you guys. Welcome everyone around and welcome to this presentation of a remarkable partnership between three companies, OMRON, Dassault Systèmes and Nokia. Now, I'm not sure who of you has already taken a look at our production showcase to your right over there. Has anyone already taken a look? I'm sure you did, some of you, at least the OMRON guys, come on. Well, if so, it would have been a good start because this showcase clearly represents the competencies of those three companies, of OMRON, Dassault Systèmes and Nokia, as we are combining a physical production environment with a digital production environment right behind us. And both of them are being connected by a flexible and highly scalable network powered by Nokia. Now, by implementing this approach into your processes, your existing infrastructure will become a lot more productive. Your production will become a lot more flexible. Now, time to market will be drastically decreased, and as a result, your overall business operations will become a lot more resilient to future challenges. How so? Well, let's have a look. Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, as I promised, we're going to keep ourselves brief. I'm very happy to welcome to the short presentation our three representatives from the three companies. First of all, there is Edwin Sutedjo from Nokia. It is good to see you. Michael Mayr from Dassault Systèmes. Good to see you too. And this is Henry Claussnitzer from OMRON. Now, Henry, maybe you can start off by giving us just a nice and crisp introduction to the topic. Why did those three companies find together? What's the background to this partnership, and what market conditions also led to this collaboration?
Okay, with the factory of the future, or some people also say smart factories, new demands arriving, and just in short, that was the key driver why we came together as a partnership with Nokia and Dassault Systèmes. With these new demands basically requested by a factory of the future, these are driven or caused by us consumers. That's basically you, that's myself. We are driving these demands and requesting new features, new functions to the products, but on top of it, we are also requesting new customization levels. We want to have our products individualized. And in consequence of that is that the manufacturers need to redesign their manufacturing. And that's not just true for the new manufacturing and production factories they have, that's also true for existing manufacturing lines. So, and just to be competitive in future, time to market, they have to apply the latest technologies to their manufacturing lines, and these technologies are presented here. That's the high-speed wireless networking by Toyota, and that's the digital engineering tools presented by Dassault Systèmes. So, and with that, basically each of the companies being here, that's OMRON, Nokia, Dassault, being a market leader, one of the market leaders for each of its technologies.
Henry, thank you very much for this introduction. Now, we're talking about linking OT and IT. And Henry, in order to make this collaboration even a bit more tangible, what exactly are the core competencies that are coming together, and how are those being reflected in our production showcase that people can see to our right?
Okay, yes, as you said, to our right, I'm sometimes misled and say to the left. However, what you see, there's a model we designed. It's a simplified model. It's a simplified system where we apply all of the technologies presented here. So we have the eye automation for OMRON for all of the physical products you see and move around. Then you have Dassault, where we used the 3D experience platform to design this solution you see here on the stand, and you see Nokia with all of the parts connected, wireless and high speed. We used the 3D experience platform to design the system, to simulate and optimize this solution as you see it here.
Yeah, now Henry, obviously OMRON is the automation specialist in the three-way collaboration, and then we have the digitalization and virtualization specialist, and that is Dassault Systems. Now maybe Michael, you can also give us an introduction on what kind of products and services from your side are flowing into this collaboration that people then can benefit from.
Okay, so hello everybody. So our part here, let's say Dassault Systems Home is the virtual world. With our 3D experience platform, we are offering a business platform to create virtual twin experiences over the whole life cycle of a product or a system, a production line, or also such an application we can see here on the right side. And this platform, this 3D experience platform, integrates our software brands, apps for 3D modeling, CATIA SolidWorks, as you know, simulation and validation, Delmia, information intelligence, data science by NetWipe, so also social and collaboration by Novia. For instance, project management, requirements management, change management. And with this, you have always, let's say, the latest update or the newest data on one single data backbone. And this over the product or systems lifecycle processes from engineering, manufacturing to service to end of life disposing.
So Michael, what we're already seeing in the back here is that you guys are actually creating a digital copy of the physical production environment that we can see to our right.
Yep.
Now this is also being referred to as a digital, or as you guys also call it, a virtual twin. Now, just for those guys who are not 100% familiar with the term, what exactly is a virtual twin and how does it add to resilience?
Okay. So let me explain it in that way, that we from Dassault Systems, we say so a digital twin is a digital representation that focuses on one specific object, a product, a machine. So the virtual twin experiences we are offering something more than a digital twin. Let you visualize it, let you model, simulate the product or system within its entire environment. So it means the representation is a virtual model. So you can play with this model, what you have seen here in this video. You can test in different scenarios a factory flow simulation. Yeah, how many AMRs from OMRON are required to run on which speed, for example, in that application in the production site to optimize the process flow, or for in the robotic cell. So when it comes directly to the simulation of the robotic cell, we can simulate robot on its reachability, on its trajectories, on the collision avoidance or the cycle time. Yeah? Or when it comes to Nokia's 5G, we can simulate and ensure that all the connected elements of the systems have the right quality of the 5G signal, especially when it comes to mission critical ones, or to avoid radio interferences that created by the production modules or cells itself.
Perfectly. Thank you very much, Michael. Henry, before we get to private 5G and before we get to Edwin, before we get to the Nokia part, which connects obviously the physical and the digital world, Henry, maybe you wanted to summarize real quick again. So what's the customer benefit for your OMRON customers by implementing that digital twin into your workflow and into your work?
Okay. Digital transformation by itself with digital twins in it or virtual twins in it, it's a huge area, it's a wide area. So it will be difficult to say what is the very specific advantage for a very specific customer. So we need to answer the question by what pains he has, what special needs he has. So I simply want to bring up two examples of where the virtual model will be used successfully, and that's first is just with a setup of machines, of manufacturing equipment. So we did talk briefly about flexible manufacturing before, and with flexible manufacturing, it's the case that all of the setup, the commissioning is getting more complex. more difficult. It takes time, and very obvious. It can take not just days, weeks. Sometimes it takes months to get the machine up and running, and still a lot of failures occur in the system, so it's not done. With having a virtual model running in parallel and be able to simulate the entire manufacturing, you can do that completely prior to the setup of real machine, of the real equipment, and or at least you can do that in parallel, and you can find mistakes, errors just upfront, and that saves a lot of time. That is coming back to time to market. That's improved significantly. And the second example I want to mention is once the machines are set up, once the machines are commissioned, then especially with regard of flexible production, and we did talk about the duct changeover a lot. So that means the manufacturer have to try out what is the best manufacturing strategy for a new product, for a changeover product, and he can do that just in the virtual world before he really bring it to the real world of the machine, and that again, that saves a lot of time, that saves energy, and that improves the quality, and that's sustainability we're talking about.
Yeah, and that pretty much leads us to the third player in this three-way collaboration, because eventually we need to bring the physical and the digital world together. Once again, for those of you who just now arrived, we have a physical production environment to your right, we have a digital twin right behind the screen, and we have a powerful wireless network provided by Nokia, which connects the digital and the physical world. Now, this is actually a private 5G network, and just for those who are not 100% familiar with the term, Edwin, maybe you can just give us a very brief introduction to private 5G, and why is it so essential for combining digital and physical?
Indeed. Connecting the physical and the digital, and we do that also wirelessly, is actually basically the bridge between these two worlds. And so connecting the world is basically the business what we do in Nokia. And 5G and the edge what we have there is basically the enabler to make that happen. And now the question comes, why having a private network? So probably have your smartphones already with 5G, but once you have business critical processes where a failure of the network will cause a lot of cost, this is actually the sweet spot also to think about having a private network which you have fully in control, which is part of your intranet, and which basically also provides the necessary performance to make this interaction actually happen in real time. And this is basically the idea why we have such a network.
Edwin, we're actually running a private 5G network here at the booth, which once again connects our production environment over there to the digital twin. Now, why did you choose, and this might be quite interesting for some of you, why did you choose private 5G over Wi-Fi? And how does private 5G also add to overall production resilience?
Yeah, overall in Nokia we have round about more than 560 enterprise customers who use 5G and 4G as well as private networks. And our experience is the more critical actually your process is, justifies actually to have an own private network. And more often also the customers who came to us came from the background that existing wireless technologies, be it Wi-Fi, wireless HART or other ones, are not sufficient actually to carry the new things what comes with artificial intelligence, cloud and so forth into the shop floor. And this is where actually 5G will play a role. Moreover, you have more connected AMRs, more connected sensors on the shop floor. This requires really a reliable network, having also the superior performance, coverage, latency, security, to be able actually to have that traffic.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Edwin. And now lastly, to wrap this up, Michael, looking into the future, from your perspective as an IT specialist, where do you think digital engineering is headed? Where do you think, where are we going to be in, let's say, 3 to 5 years from now?
So I would say Geht nicht, gib mir das, sorry. 1, 2, good. Let me start it in that way, that today faced with labor shortage, well-known supply chain issues, well-known growing global competition, but also media trend of customization, individualization. So manufacturers not only need to use new robot technology, they want to use as fast as possible, but starting this simulation and validation, virtual twin experiences are becoming the new, let's say, the new norm for automation RFQs. Because manufacturers see the value in implementing in the right way, but not right away. And for me, when it comes to manufacturing, for me are the three, let's say, the digitalization drivers the next years is first of all optimizing internal processes. So it means work on the internal digital transformation by collaboration platforms. Yeah? This means to connect all the stakeholders, or mechanical, electrical, service, software, manufacturing, purchasing, at any place, at any time on the same, and to bring them on the same information level. So first of all. Second, specifically for manufacturing, virtual commissioning. In my opinion, we need to increase the speed and quality of system improvements or modifications. And we need to decrease the endless discussions and the fears if and when we should do these modifications, because we have the technologies now, we are able to do it, but in the virtual world, tested before. And the third topic for me is, most important, is equipment as a service. Everybody is talking about this, but by collecting and analyzing data to have the chance to permanently improve the product and the system, then I think we have here really a pretty good chance, and we can drive also the digitalization, and we can improve definitely our product and systems quality.
Lastly, maybe Henry, you want to add on from your perspective as an automation specialist. What's your take on that?
Okay, just more or less final statement is to offer just automation technology by itself, or digital engineering tools by itself, or networking by itself. That doesn't work anymore. So you have to combine all of the three technologies, and what our customers expect from us, what the manufacturers expect, they expect the vision, where the travel can go to, where these technologies can take them to at the end of the day. And what you see here, that's a core technologies we need for an ecosystem which we can enlarge by other customers or companies to deliver best satisfaction to their customer needs, to reduce the risk to doing a new production line. And this is, at the end, as an ecosystem, the only way to create innovations. And I go one step further and say real customer value only can be or will be created in future out of ecosystems.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for this brief introduction. Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Edwin, for sharing your knowledge and your thoughts with us. And if you have any further questions now regarding this entire topic, this collaboration between OMRON, Dassault Systèmes, and Nokia, and if you possibly want to check out a digital twin for yourself, you're more than welcome to visit our booth. Please do not forget to have a look at our physical production environment to your right. And once again, the digital twin is right behind us. And of course, Edwin also has a little space over there, so you can also explore a private 5G. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Have a beautiful afternoon, and possibly we see each other again all throughout.